Russian Federation, David Belyavsky.
So out come the gymnasts for the men's pommel horse final. First up, David Belyavsky of Russia.
Joshua Nathan.
And Joshua Nathan of Great Britain posted one of the highest
Armenia,
start values, most difficult routines. From Armenia, Arta
Representing
Davtyan.
Ukraine, Ilya Kovtun.
Representing Ukraine, we have Ilya Kovtun.
Representing the Russian Federation, Nikita Nagorny.
Straight from a win on floor is Nikita Nagorny.
Representing Armenia,
Not his favourite piece of apparatus, but he will no doubt put on a good show.
Representing
Armenia,
Great Britain,
Garik Kashikan. And for Great Britain, Joe Fraser.
Representing the Republic of Ireland, Rhys McClanahan.
And finally, the one to beat, representing Ireland, is Rhys McClanahan.
These are the
As
gymnasts
cool
in the
as a
final
cucumber.
vault. Representing Ukraine, Anastasia Motak. Representing Hungary, Sarah Peter.
And these are the gymnasts for the women's vault final coming out.
Representing Great Britain, Jessica Gadirova.
And this is Jessica Gadirova. You saw her vault herself into the bronze
Hungary,
medal
Jenga
in the all-around
Maria
competition.
Representing the Russian Federation, Angelina Melnikova.
And the silver medalist from yesterday, Angelina
Representing
Melnikova.
Slovenia, Tasha Kiselev.
Just 2 gymnasts per country allowed into the
Representing
final.
Switzerland für die Schweiz, Julia Steingruber.
And Julia Steingruber, as we said, very experienced
And
vault specialist.
representing Azerbaijan, Marina Nekrasova.
So each of these gymnasts have to do 2 different vaults, and you have to be a bit of a vault specialist to train more than one vault. In the all-around competition, you only have to do 1 vault, so most gymnasts just train that 1 skill. But if you want to be a vault finalist, you have to train 2. So it's always a little bit limited in number.
And that's the order of the pommel horse final. So Rhys McClanahan will have to be the last to go.
Und wir beginnen mit dem Pauschenpferd. We will start with Pommel Horse. Und dort der Vize-Europameister von
And you'll get used to this format, but on the apparatus finals, we don't have a warm-up in the arena. The gymnasts warmed up an hour or so ago. And there is a gym in the back where they can do a little bit of warm-up, but they have to come out and go straight into the routines. It's quite a test, and particularly for a young gymnast. Now, David Belyavsky here is very experienced, will have done it many, many times, but it is something that takes a little bit of getting used to. And it's also quite a spotlight situation. You see the judges in the dark. So, first gymnast on the pommel horse, David Belyavsky.
European champion in 2017. Can be quite spectacular on this piece of apparatus. A little bit short there at the start, so that'll unnerve him, but that's good work. Building up the difficulty, circling on the 1 pommel handle. Now travelling down the horse, that's one of the requirements with a turn. And again, good extension of the body and the hips, full spindle on the end of the pommel. Got to squeeze those legs together. The forward travel, been around for years, the Magyar, and going backwards. Up into the handstand. Oh! And I was just about to say, a great routine, apart from the little mishap at the start, but that will be a fall. And whether he gets credited with a dismount, which is another requirement, that mistake will be really costly.
Well, what a surprise, because he's such an experienced gymnast and he'd done really well, and he made the age-old error of thinking he was finished before he was.
But maybe the fact of, 29 years of age, it's his third day of competition. It does take its toll. He was a little bit short at the start on the handstand, so he wouldn't have locked that out. His line and the way he works the apparatus, look, you can see there's absolutely no way he's going to get a turn in there. Disaster.
Really a bit surprising he attempted it. You could see he was way off, couldn't you, Craig?
I guess once you're committed, aren't you? So first up on vault, representing Ukraine, is Anastasia Modak.
Representing Ukraine, Anastasia Modak.
One of the very young gymnasts. You can see she's very slight, 16 years of age. Gets herself going down that vault runway. Good double twist, a 5.4. That's the tariff. The gymnast has to put up the number of the vault and its tariff. Here's a good round off, block off the top, nicely wrapped in double twist.
For a slight gymnast, Christine, that's a big vault, isn't it? There, she works off the top really well. Just maybe lacks that little bit of power for height, and that's why she just had to bend her legs slightly to get round.
Yes, it is a vault that if the gymnast's really good technically, they can squeeze that twist in. But she didn't have the huge height that we are seeing from some gymnasts. But it was a very efficient vault for sure. Now these vaults score usually between a sort of 13.8 and a 14.8 really, depending how well they're performed, the double twist. And she'll wait for that first score. .933 and 8.6 on execution, so the judges took quite a little bit off. Second vault, not quite so difficult. Qualification, it was just a 4.8 difficulty. She almost looks like she's going to run off the mat, doesn't she? Yes, just a 4.8 she's put up. Oh, good girl, though. She's a half turn on, so that she has to come on in a different direction. She went on backwards on the first vault. This vault, she has to come on forwards. So she made the round off, the half turn on, and then the front somersault off with half turn.
Impressive vaulting from just a 16 years of age there. Look, you can see round off has to have a different entry phase to the vault, to the platform, a half turn into the handspring straight front, half turn off. And you can see from a different angle, just a little bit loose in the legs, but I just think that's a time thing, Chris. You know, a few more years in the gym and that'll sort itself out.
Yeah, she's a bit underpowered, isn't she, in the senior competition? I'm sure she'd look much better amongst other younger gymnasts, but when you're competing against Steingruber at 27, it's a different deal.
13.166 for David Balievsky.
And a look at Joshua Nathan from Great Britain.
First senior European final. Come on. That's good, solid work. Onto the handstand, lots of control. Come on, well done, save there, and the Son skill. Stockley's working on one handle, that builds the difficulty. That's the Busnari, so flaring into handstand, back down into flare. Come on, just squeeze those legs. Nice flare work, good separation. Travelling forwards and backwards. Travelling down the horse with the turn called a woo. Into the Russian circle. Oh! What a shame. Just lost control of the shoulders. Need to dismount. Come on, up into the handstand. Clean on the pirouette. Such a shame of what could have been, but again, it's experience that these gymnasts need, and he should be pleased that he's managed to get into this final with such a high calibre field. Well done.
Yes, great shame because it was well into the end of the routine and he'd done so well to get over a couple of little hiccups at the beginning. But he's had a great championships. He competed in the all-around yesterday. So like we were saying of some of the others, it's been a big ask, this programme, especially as these gymnasts haven't competed for 18 months. It's a bit of a all-or-nothing situation, isn't it, Craig?
It certainly is. And again, a massive learning experience. Well, that scores 13.933.
Oh, and that, they only just got across there, but that was a double twist with the hands down.
So Sarah Peter of Hungary there. I think that's the first vault.
Yes, she makes the round off in front of the board, flips on, and it looked high and as if it was going to be all right, but it just didn't have enough rotation or height to put the two twists in.
It looked a bit to me, Chris, like it was stalled in the air a little bit. See, she twisted very early on the top, and sometimes that can stall the rotation, which it did.
Yeah. If you can snap and create your rotation off the top before you put the twist in, it makes that vault a lot easier. But that was obviously her favoured vault, and she'll be disappointed with that.
It's another thing easier said than done in it when you're sat watching, but you're right.
Yes, that vault carried a tariff of 5.4. Her next, the vault she did in qualification, the second vault was only 4.4. So she's, here we are, 5.4, just 7.6 in execution. So for a 12.966. Not what she would have hoped for. She needs to vault well, make a good second vault. Oh, she's gone for a more difficult one. Oh, and no better, really. She only put up a 4.4 vault for qualification, but she put up a 5 there, but really didn't contact the top of the platform well. And the floor really appeared much too quickly for her before she'd finished the vault.
Yeah, didn't really get a good contact with the top of the vault. She knew early on, actually, there, Christine, because she started to put her hands down. That was really clever, actually. Just stay safe, protect yourself. And it's almost like she was a bit high on and slipped. So gymnasts really need to get into the front of that platform to push back, which gives them the height and the space and the time.
So Josh Nathan, 13.033 would have been a very good score, Craig.
Yeah, interesting. 2 performers and 2 falls on the pommel. Can sometimes go like that.
So Arta Davitan, is he going to break the mould?
Well, the second oldest competitor in this Pomelos final, got lots of experience. That's nice work. Look at the extension of the body between the shoulders and the handles. Working the one handle there, building the difficulty. Keeps the momentum going. It's got to be about the swing. That's nice work. Come on, travelling backwards, down the horse and forwards. Building the difficulty. And again, come on, come on. Needs to dismount. What a good routine. Well, that will almost certainly go into the lead because of the two fallers, but really good work there by Davtjan.
Unusual not to see a gymnast attempting the handstand dismount. But classy, classy work this. Showing all his experience. As I said earlier, it does take a fair bit of experience to be able to come out here into the darkened arena with the spotlight on you.
Certainly does. And the dismount there, the circling on the end, that gives the difficulty into the flank over. See a 0 for the second vault for Sarah Peter. It gives her an average of 6.483. Let's make sure she's okay. But next up we have British interest. Jessica Gadirova for her first vault.
Now she vaulted sensationally in the all-around. Can she be sensational for the vault final? And the answer is yes. That was fabulous. It was actually more or less an identical vault. Just that slight step back, which actually shows that she's got lots of unleashed power. If the gymnast steps forwards, it's often an indication that they only just made the landing. Step back shows I've got more in the locker.
Yeah, well, it looks like she's got enough height and time to wrap in another twist. Look, the form in the legs, the definition of the leg muscles, for me, that is, if not one of the best double twisting Yuchenkos we've seen in this championships. Great placement on the board as well, Christine. You like that camera, don't you? You're going to get one installed at the gym.
I do indeed, and she's very, very well disciplined. The round off, the head's right between the arms. It's a technical vault, this. You have to do every feature of it well, and she does.
Well, she needs 2 good vaults. 1 down, 1 to go. We've got everything crossed here.
So as you can see, the little preparation.
14.6. Look at the execution. 9.2 on the first vault. Come on, Jess.
So she's going to make the round off and then turn on to the platform. Even more technical vault, this one, actually, because you have to turn in the first flight. Come on, Jess. Be precise. Big round off, turn on. Lots of height. Turn off. The straight front somersault with the half turn off, just a tiny bit offline, that. So a little deduction, but very well landed. Great vaulting.
What a championship she's having, and what a talent. I mean, just phenomenal vaulting. You're right, Christine, it's quite a difficult vault, this, because you've got to turn in the right place off the springboard. Generally, gymnasts turn a little bit too soon and then end up way offline. But she keeps the form in the air. Look, there you go, half turn, bang in the centre of the vault. Slight to one side. Does she stop inside? Yes, she does, I think. So no line deduction.
And 14.266, as you guessed, takes him into the lead.
Interesting, equalled his qualification score, so he's obviously a consistent gymnast on the pommel horse. But this young man has certainly been impressing us so far, hasn't he, Christine?
He has, and of course we've seen some wonderful gymnasts from the Ukraine over the years, and this guy looks like he's set to follow in their footsteps. Kept his head last night to take the bronze medal in the all-around, only 17 years of age, Ilya Kovtun.
Good solid start, single leg up to handstand. Good separation. Now, got to keep the momentum going on this piece of apparatus. You can't use strength. Come on, up into the handstand. A little bit of a pause there. Kept going, well done. That's difficult work. In between the two pommel handles, you've got to be so precise with the hands. Come on. I was just about to say he's flagging a little bit there, just run out of steam. Again, somebody that's been in the all-round competition, day 3 of competition, it's got to take its toll on the young gymnast.
Yeah, I was surprised. He looks a sort of very contained performer, doesn't he?
That's better, come on. That's the difficult work. Well done. Up into the dismount. Wow, what a shame there, actually. Compton had a real possibility of a medal, but not to be. 4 gymnasts up and 3 falls.
I'm sure this is a gymnast we are going to see a lot of in the future, though. He's strong and he looks quite well balanced in his work. And sort of his approach is well balanced. I think he'll be a star of the future.
Oh, just waiting for the score, and it comes in for Jessica Gardy-Rober. Goes into first place, 14.466. So next up, representing Hungary, is Sanj Baske.
And really powers down that runway. Not so difficult as some of the vaults we've seen, just 1.5 twists. Each half twist more that you put in gives you a higher start value. So that start value, or her D score, difficulty score, is 5, because she just did 1.5 twists as opposed to the 5-4 if she did the double twist. But she did it well.
She did, a really powerful gymnast. The way she accelerated down that run up, and you can see the alignment was really good, straight down the middle. Second vault will have to be a different entry. There, good contact early on, blocks, gets plenty of height, 1.5 twist. 1 down, 1 to go.
Yeah, she'd probably lose a little bit for lack of length. It went up, but it didn't travel tremendously along, but it was clean.
13.766 for the first vault.
So, what can we see? That one was a 5 tariff. In qualification, she did a 4.8 here. Yes, she's put up a 4.8. Oh, and this time, turning on, not from the round off, but the Sukahara entry and just the full twist off. You can see the tariff there and the number of the vault.
Another good tidy vault there, Christine. Just a little leg separation. You're right, if anything, it probably a little deduction for lack of length.
Yeah, she blocks well. So height's good, but a little short. Tiny bit off direction, but she solid vaulting there. So 12.966, Ilya Kovtun. Don't think he's going to be sitting in that seat too much longer.
No, I don't. Mind you, Christine, the way this pommel final's going, we've only had one person get through a routine so far.
So Nikita Nagorny, 1 gold medal today already, and he's pumping himself up for a second performance.
He's not renowned for his pommel horse work, but the way the final's going and the way the gymnasts are falling, he might just pick up another medal. Let's see. Now that's good work at the start. Great control. Well done. Such a difficult piece of apparatus to perform when you've got shoulders as big as he has. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but he's such a powerful gymnast. This is difficult work. Keeping the momentum going. That's good. Well done. Lock those toes and feet together. And again, travelling back down the horse. And forward travel. And backward travel. So that's the requirements. Done. Just needs a good dismount. Pirouette. Well, Christine. This guy is unstoppable.
Well done, Nikita Nagorny. I mean, you can see he's not made for pommel horse, but he has really improved so much on this. And I read a quote from him where he'd set his own target for success yesterday. He said, if I hadn't scored 88 in the all-around, I would have been very disappointed with myself. And he's obviously got his own agenda here. And I suspect it might be to equal some of the greats of the past on the number of gold medals he can achieve.
Well, I do think he's a chance of writing himself into the history books as one of the greatest Russian gymnasts. For sure.
Well, there was no giving up there, was there, Craig?
No.
No.
It comes off a bit of a matter of fact, isn't it? That's that done. I'll prepare myself for rings. Score comes in for Sengi Basket, 13.649. Next up on the vault, representing Russia, is Angelina Melnikova.
Well, we've seen Melnikova vault beautifully. She's a very elegant gymnast, but she's also extremely powerful. Great tumbler and vaulter. Love to see her vault really well today. Oh, and that was very good. Bit offline. I think she just stayed in the lines, but she wasn't down the centre, so there will be a deduction. But she rocketed off the top there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, she's a powerful gymnast, but sometimes we can see a little bit scruffy, untidy, and the legs can't be a little bit soft. But for me, that was, again, another gymnast that's really performing well in this competition. Good extension there. This is normally where the legs go a little bit soft. There is a little bit of separation, but we often see a flicker of the knee. But yeah, superb vaulting.
I think she's improved this vault quite a bit since I last saw her. Well, and since anybody did, really, 18 months ago.
We were talking about the deduction for length for some of the previous gymnasts. You can actually see she does travel a lot further back.
Yeah, she's just a little bit offline on the board, actually. But you can also see how well she snaps off the top. But you're right, Craig, she loses her legs at the 1.5, doesn't she? So I think that should be a little bit less than Jess Gadarova. Let us see.
Let us see, indeed. Jess got 14.6 for her first double twist. Oh, exactly the same. The judges couldn't split them. 14.6 for Melnikova's first vault.
So it's all on the second vault. Same tariff as Gadarova. She knows she needs to be at her best. The round off, the turn, the front summy half turn. Oh, it's going to go to the wire, isn't it, Craig? That was a beautiful vault.
It was. I wouldn't like to split them, but I think Matt might just take it. Just.
It's a little bit difficult to see from the angle we've got as to whether she was dead straight.
It looked a bit more in line than the first vault.
She's clean on the turn on. Oh, legs are a little bit awry, aren't they?
Better alignment there.
Yeah.
It's whether they catch the leg separation. It happens so fast, though, isn't it? It's like the blink of an eye.
Yeah, judges, of course, are not judging in slow motion. So 14.266 for Nagorny. Second. He doesn't look impressed.
Well, Couple of good gymnasts to go. Next up for Armenia is Gahi Kaishen. Qualified in 3rd place. Struggled a little bit there. That's good work between the handles. Here's another gymnast with good extension. Travelling down the horse. Lost a little bit of form. Travelling forwards and backwards. Just looks like he's losing a little bit of steam. Well, he was through, but it wasn't without a few little errors. Judges will pick up on that.
His teammates in the lead. So they're on a bit of a roll today. It's obviously an apparatus. Countries do become good at certain apparatus, and pommel horse is one of those. It's a very different sort of skill, really, Craig, isn't it? The tumbling and vault and other apparatus.
It is, and for me, it was always about being able to control the nerves and the adrenaline. With some piece of apparatus, you're that pumped up, like the vault, you can just run at it as hard as you can, and you sort of calm down a bit by the time you've hit the springboard. But the pommel horse is all about being able to relax and the technique. So here we go. Vault comes in. Melnikova 14.416 for the silver. So Jessica Gadirova stays in 1st.
She's still in the hot seat.
Next up, representing Slovenia, is Teja Kislev. Qualified in 7th.
The gymnast, quite a vault specialist. 1.5 twist off the top. It's a little bit loose in the legs. The reason the gymnasts in the main can't wrap the extra half twist in is because they haven't really got the height and flight in the air. See, she's not quite so high, a little bit loose when she hits the top of the platform. To wrap that double twist in, you really need to lift up high above the horse, above the platform. And the judges are actually given a sort of line as to where they make their deductions, and they do look to see the gymnasts really lift high off the platform to have no deductions for lack of height. But she was cleanly through, well landed. The 1.5s, when the gymnast lands with their back to the platform, is quite a difficult landing.
So score for the first vault, 13.7. Good news, we've got Matt back joining us.
What a vault final this is.
And second, different vault, the handspring. Oh, and actually that is a lovely vault. Handspring, tuck front somersault with full twist. That really is a very difficult vault to perform. You need a lot of spatial awareness. You have to drive those feet over so fast. And she knows the medal placings are wide open here.
2 gymnasts left to go.
This was a really impressive vault, actually, Christine. You're dead right. The acceleration you need from the springboard of the heels to create the rotation, tuck front somersault with a full turn, plenty of time to open out and extend, and a difficult vault to land.
She's very efficient at it, isn't she? She brings the shoulders up and starts dropping the one shoulder quite early, but not before the rotation's been set.
Touchdown 14.033. Next up, onto the pommel horse from Great Britain, it's Joe Fraser. He qualified in 5th place for this final. Second Brit, the pommel horse final here at the European Championships.
Good solid start, single leg up into the handstand. Oh, nice again. Come on, Joe. Just settle in. That's nice work. Just had to put his hand back down between the leather there. Just upset the momentum a little bit, but this is good work. Come on, feet together. Drive those heels. Oh, well done. Forward travelling and backwards. Come on, up into the handstand, no hesitation on the pirouette. Well done, Joe Fraser.
Well done indeed. 14.033 is the 3rd highest score, and that's what he's aiming for. Joe unlucky with parallel bar qualification. So a lot of focus going into this pommel horse final.
Yeah, be disappointed as a current world champion on parallel bars not to get the chance to add European champion, but that's what sport's all about. I think there was a couple of bits in there where he maybe missed the odd combination, put his hand down, but that's what it's all about, being able to carry on.
13.666. Julia Steingruber then, penultimate gymnast in this women's vault final.
And this, the big vault, the most difficult we've seen today. The handspring straight front somersault with 1.5 twist.
Jessica Gadarova from Great Britain leading this final with a score of 14.466 as the average for the 2 vaults.
You can see her lift up, beautiful straight body, the 1.5 twist. It's the vault she's performed in so many championships for medals. But you can also see the quite heavy strapping around her thigh, which has left her performance in doubt to the very last minute, really.
But she's such an efficient performer on this piece of apparatus, and so powerful as well. Look, blocks in, wraps in the 1.5 twist, down the middle. That's the best opening vault we've seen so far, and certainly with difficulty. But it's the average of the 2.
Now, so that's a 5.8, that vault, and she then, in qualification, performed a vault only tariffed at 4.6. I think she probably can up it. The question is whether she will.
I think she'll have to if she wants to take the title.
Well, she is 3 times European vault champion. Also has an Olympic and world bronze medal to her name. But Jessica Gadarova is a tough gymnast to beat on this piece of apparatus. So what does all of her experience tell her she needs to do with this second vault? How hard will she go?
Go for it. She'll go for it.
Do you go for gold or do you go for a medal?
Oh, she's going to win. Yeah, I think.
I would be surprised if not as well, Craig. We have to wait and find this first score.
15.066. It's a big score, biggest we've seen. But it's all about the average of the 2 vaults.
Yeah, she's going for the big double twist, and no question about it. That was good vaulting, because sometimes we've seen her come to grief on that double twist, but she was solid and strong there. Good technique.
Well, is that number 4? as far as European vault titles are concerned. 14.466 is Jessica's score to beat.
Well, it was another cracking vault there. It's just the power she can generate from the top of the vaulting table. Plenty of height. And again, Christine, you're talking about the deduction for the length. It's a very long vault as well.
Yeah, she's a super athlete, Steingruber. And she brings all that athleticism to bear on her vaulting. But in the past, we've seen her twist quite poorly with her head out and lose herself. We've seen her crash a couple of times. She seems to have fixed that. That was a good vault.
Yeah, actually, when you look at the slow-mo, it is a bit heady, her head sticking out, looking, so you can see where there might be a problem, but no problems today.
Third at the moment for Joe Fraser, 14.066. One gymnast left to go in the men's pommel horse final. And there he is. It's Rhys McClellan from Ireland. He was European champion in 2018. Got a bronze at the World Championships in 2019. And also been Commonwealth champion.
Well, this is just beautiful to watch. He swings this piece of apparatus with real style. Look at the extension at the front part of the circle. He almost hovers above the pommel horse. Travelling forwards. No sign of any contact with the horse apart from the hands. Beautiful work. Oh!
What a shame for Rhys. Oh, wow.
I cannot believe it.
That caught him by surprise as much as us.
It got
He was in the floor, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was well on the course for a European title then.
Well,
it just goes to show that even the greatest gymnasts are making mistakes. Come on. Up into the handstand, no hesitation on the pirouette. Well, what could have been?
Well, he went all out for difficulty, and that's the trouble. These routines are so hard. These gymnasts make it look easy, but in that split second, they're off. And the hopes of yet another title for Rhys.
I was just saying, actually, how he hovers above the horse so well. Whether his shoulders were just out of line a little bit, only he will know, but what a shame, because the title was his for the taking then.
The thing is, every little bit of this apparatus, your body has to be in total control, doesn't it? The margin for error is minuscule.
14.824 for Steingruber. She's in the lead with one gymnast left to go. Marina Nekrasova, Azerbaijan.
Oh, she just didn't make the right contact on the top. This was another handspring front somersault with full twist. Difficult vault for the gymnast to do. You really have to be committed on this. But she just didn't really contact. She was a bit down the board. And although you want to hit the front of the platform to get the maximum power, you've got to really be moving those feet strongly to be able to do that. For the female gymnasts, it's quite a long platform, and if you hit the front, you've got to have built up tremendous speed. She just didn't enough and sat it down, and of course that's one whole mark off.
Would that be classed as a straight or a pike, Christine? 'Cause it's straight at the start and then into a pike.
No, I think she will have put a tariff of a straight up.
Which is a big vault, you think about it. We've seen it in the tuck position already, so you're right. The amount of rotation you need to perform it straight, it's a huge vault.
Yeah, 12.433 for that first vault. Still keen to show what she can do. It's a great achievement to make the vault final in such company.
I was just about to say that, actually, Matt. She'll be delighted to have made the final. And very much be wanting to finish with a good second vault. Much better, the Sukahara with 1.5 twist.
5-2 on the difficulty.
That's a nice way to finish, though. You want a good second vault, don't you, to walk away from the championships and go, well, I've put in a good performance.
Yeah,
So be disappointed with the first, but there's a real learning experience as well in there, Christine.
There is indeed. But I think that will mean that Jennifer Gadarova
Has another medal, Chris.
fantastic.
Well, Reese McClenaghan scores 13.566, puts him in 5th. What a shame for Reese. Jo Fraser stays in that 3rd spot. So, Jo Fraser gets a bronze in the men's pommel horse final.
What about Nikita Nagorny takes a silver on the
yeah,
pommels? I bet he weren't
absolutely.
expecting that this morning when he was having his bran flakes or whatever. Wow.
So Jo Fraser takes the bronze. Nikita Nagorny the silver, tying with the same score as Arthur Davyatan, who beats him on execution.
Well, a good round for Great Britain.
Very
Take
good.
that.
Arthur Davyatan is the pommel horse European champion. Nikita Nagorny adds to his medal tally with a silver here. And Great Britain's Jo Fraser takes bronze. Hey, Joe's getting quite a medal collection as well, isn't he now?
Quite a versatile guy.
Yes.
You could say the pommel horse is similar to the parallel bars. I mean, there are two handles close together.
13.183 for Marina. So Julia Steingruber in front of her home crowd. All those watching outside, at home, all keen to see what she could do. Julia Steingruber, women's European vault champion again for the 4th time. Jessica Gadarova takes a silver to add to the bronze in the all-around competition. And Angelina Melnikova, the bronze. Arthur Davyatan, 28 years old. Vastly experienced, qualified 4th. He takes gold. Great Britain's Jo Fraser bags a bronze. Nikita Nagorny had a much happier time on pommel horse in the final than he did in the all-around competition. Just literally a millimetre above the pommel horse he was yesterday. Hung on, put it all right in this final. Gets the silver. But the 28-year-old Arthur Davyatan from Armenia is the champion. Tying on the same score as Nikita Nagorny, but because he executed his better, he was down on the difficulty, and execution always wins in this sport.
Award ceremony European Artistic Gymnastics Championships 2021 in Basel. Siegerehrung der Kunsteuropameisterschaft Basel 2021.
That's the key, isn't it, with gymnastics? You go, you do your routine, you do it the best you possibly can, and let others around you falter. I mean, I'm not sure what Joe's hopes coming into this would have been. He qualified in 5th. But...
Well, I'd have thought that Joshua was probably the favoured one of the two. He had the big start value. And all you can do is go out there and perform your best. We had nearly half a dozen falls from the pommel horse, and even the favourite, really, Reese, should have took that title today. But yeah, mistakes happen, and that's what sport's all about. You go out there, you show what you can do, and you also let the judges decide.
Great day for Great Britain. I mean, Jessica, I mean, she has just been incredible here. I mean...
She's been great, hasn't she? Both she and her sister Jennifer have always been fabulous on floor and vault. And beam, of course, is tumbling, sort of, so they've also been good there. Bars has been the piece they've had to pick up on. And Jess and her coaches have done a tremendous job on putting together a bar routine, which, whilst not exceptional, makes her competitive as an all-round gymnast.
Yes. Well, Jessica will be up to receive her medal after the men. The pommel horse have received theirs. Joe leads out the men. So Joe came here with hopes of a P-bar medal and to win the European title off the back of his World Championship victory.
Award ceremony, pommel horse men.
But he didn't qualify for the P-bars final.
In third place and winner of the bronze
I think this will be a good consolation, though.
Great Britain. Auf dem dritten Platz und Gewinner der Bronzemedaille für Großbritannien, Joe Fraser.
Great Britain's Joe Fraser. Bronze in the men's pommel horse final.
In second place and winner of the silver medal, representing the Russian Federation. Auf dem zweiten Platz und Gewinner der Silbermedaille für die russische Föderation, Nikita Nagorny.
Nikita Nagorny, very at home on the medal podium here at these European Championships. Just wouldn't be the same without him, would it?
In first place
Silver
and winner of the gold medal
Pommel
and European champion 2021 men's pommel horse, representing Armenia. Auf dem ersten Platz, Gewinner der Goldmedaille und Europameister 2021 am Pauschenpferd für Armenien, Artur Davtyan.
But the champion for this year is Artur Davtyan, 28 years old. The oldest gymnast in the competition, poured all that experience into his performance. He takes gold.
He's saying if you're as old as me, it's time. I've got a few more medals in the bag.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor to the winner, please stand now for the national anthem of Armenia. Meine Damen und Herren, zu Ehren des Siegers hören Sie nun die Nationalhymne von Armenien.
Artur Davtyan, European men's pommel horse champion.
Congratulations to the best gymnast on pommel horse.
Two more finals for you today, rings and bars.
Award ceremony, European Artistic Gymnastics Championship 2021 in Basel, Siegerehrung der Kunstturnen-Europameisterschaft Basel 2021. Please welcome our successful athletes.
Jessica Gadarova comes out then to receive her silver medal for the women's vault final. I was saying it earlier on, what a debut onto the senior stage for Jessica. Such a wonderful performance in the all-round competition.
Representing the Russian Federation. Auf dem dritten Platz und Gewinnerin der Bronzemedaille für die russische Föderation.
Yeah, that's quite a scalp. That's very impressive.
Angelina Melnikova takes the bronze in this
In
vault
second
final.
place and winner of the silver medal, representing Great Britain. Auf dem zweiten Platz und Gewinnerin der Silbermedaille für Großbritannien, Jessica Gadirova.
But what company to be receiving a silver medal in between Angelina Melnikova and Julia Steingruber in a vault
first
final.
place and win of the gold medal and European champion 2021 women's world, representing Switzerland. Auf dem ersten Platz, Gewinnerin der Goldmedaille und Europameisterin 2021, Sprung der Frauen für die Schweiz, Julia Steingruber.
What a moment for her, her fourth European title. This competition is being hosted in Switzerland and she's just vaulted right on to the top spot. Real pressure on that second vault.
Ladies
nailed
and
it.
gentlemen, in honor to the winner,
What a way
please
to win
stand
gold.
now for the national anthem of Switzerland. Meine Damen und Herren, zu Ehren der Siegerin hören Sie nun die Nationalhymne der Schweiz. Congratulations to the Best Gymnast Awards.
Julia Steingruber, women's vault champion yet again at the European Championships. And from the experienced to the new, Jessica Gadirova. What a performance here at these European Championships, taking every single opportunity that she can to prove to the selectors what she's capable of.
Absolutely, and I would say that the work she's doing, she looks well within her grasp. I'm sure there'll be plenty of room to grow and improve as she matures.
We will see you again